WanderingWinder here with some commentary on this is interesting now. Oh, it's a game of Dominion from Lemonspawn against Stef. Turn one here. Um, you could Traveling Fair supplies to the top, which gives you a 40% chance of hitting 4 again. Or you could just get the militia. I guess you could try to get Temple too, but I don't think with Sentry and Forager around that's where you want to be. Now this could be Forager, Caravan Guard, Silver, or Supplies. Um, Goes for the Forager, okay. I'm still trying to think about Traveling Fair for supplies there. You're 60% to hit 3. You're 40% to hit 4. You're 100% to have a horse on top. I don't know, that kind of seems good to me. Maybe, I don't know, maybe not. Lemonspawn gets a similar decision here, where the second militia is somehow less favorable looking than the first. I guess we should note at this point there's no real draw on the board. Supplies is draw the turn after you play it, but the turn you draw it is minus draw, so it ends up being, on average, a cantrip. Stef is just going to trash this turn and estate. Okay. Nevertheless, I think getting a lot of supplies, well, maybe not a lot. Getting a couple supplies is pretty good here. I don't think I like the dismantle at all, really, because your terminal space is going to be constrained. I would be getting double supplies on this turn if I'm Lemon. I want a lot of Caravan Guards, I think, in the deck, and maybe about 2 supplies. Supplies, getting more supplies than that is not so great against the thing that I can't think of the name for. Oh, militia. Yeah. Yeah, I like the Caravan Guard there. And I think I'd be taking another one here. More than 2 supplies, you get your opening hand so full of horses that it's not as good against militia anymore. But the first couple, especially because Caravan Guard's around and you'd like to have some opening hand space to be able to react them. But I'm pretty sure I'd be on another Caravan Guard here. And I'd be trying to get a lot of those. A sentry is pretty nice to try to clean up. We know Lemonspawn's gonna hit the dismantle next turn. Gets a second militia. Looks to be over terminal to me. I'd probably be wanting, I would eventually want a couple militias, 2 or 3, but with some bandit camps. It's not a great reveal from Stef's sentry, but it's probably only slightly worse than expectation. I mean, about the average case is that you got to trash an estate as opposed to an average is by certainly no means typical there, but median case perhaps is the better way to phrase that. This dismantle looks pretty bad to me. Like, I'd be thinking about foraging the estate and dismantling a copper and buying Caravan Guard here, quite frankly. Looks like that might be what Lemonspawn's doing. Or not playing the Dismantle and getting a 5, which is Bandit Camp, which makes sense a bit given how many terminals you have, I suppose. So Stef's going to be better thinned. See how many, if any, more supplies he gets, and yeah, just goes for Caravan Guards at that point. I think that makes a lot of sense. From Lemon here, we'll see if it's another Bandit Camp or a Sentry. Or I guess maybe a Trove, although I kind of doubt that. Goes for the Sentry. Good trash here for Stef. And now we'll see what Stef goes with. Could be Bandit Camp, could be Sentry, could be Trove. Goes for another Sentry. Okay. I would expect no more than the 2 sentries probably. And then is supplies better than nothing? It probably is, but I'm not super enthused. Sentry next. Gross. You're going to draw the Sentry here. There isn't that much left to trash in Stef's deck, I suppose. But you do get to trash all of it now. So Stef is very thin now, and I would expect, well, I would expect you'd be adding, could be Bandit Camp supplies, could be gold, could be treasure trove of some sort. Getting a lot of golds does seem kind of nice. Getting the copper seems pretty bad, but you do have militia stuff. Yeah, Stef seems to be well in control, being thinner here, I think. Yeah. I really dislike the Dismantle. It's been pretty bad for Lemon here, I think. Play Sentry as soon as you can. You discard one of these. Yeah. Discard the coppers, of course. Trash that. Get up to 7 again. And we'll see what Stef does here. I would be going for double Caravan Guard, I think. Seems to probably be the best way to oppose militia to me. Yeah, the Bandit Camp, I don't know. Presumably, if you're Lemon, you want to draw these. Yep. And again, I think I want double Caravan Guard more than gold. You're going to get attacked every turn. The Caravan Guard approximates a peddler, and 2 of those seem better than a gold to me, I think. But Lemon is going for the Trove. Lemon is going to have to figure out what to do with this hand. I think well, discarding the estate is pretty easy. What you do after that is less easy. Do you keep 3 supplies or 2 supplies in a Bandit Camp? I guess you want to attack again, so I guess you keep the Bandit Camp in the hopes of finding another militia, but it all seems quite bad to me. I still want a lot of Caravan Guards. Stef's provincing. Okay. And it's all gone a bit wrong for Lemonspawn. This game seems pretty close to over at this point. I don't know how much you can blame on the Dismantle. Yeah, and with so many supplies, the Caravan Guards are less close to peddlers and more close to peddler every other turn. Okay. Okay. How many of these do you discard? Or which of these do you discard? If you're Stef, you discard the spoils. Okay. And are you foraging spoils or supplies here? Or neither, I guess. I would think it would be one or the other, though. I guess either one that you forage, you're converting into whatever you're buying with your second buy. So the question is, do you think that Caravan Guard is better than either of them, keeping in mind that it powers up later foragers? And I guess Steph thinks no, which I don't know. Yeah, Lemon looks to be in a pretty resignable position here. This treasure trove I don't think is going to have time to pay off. Okay, this is going to be a less good hand probably for Steph the next one, but I just don't see that it's going to matter so much. Up almost 2 provinces, and yeah, don't see that there's much Lemon can do. Duchy, yeah. You want to play your sentry right as soon as it's triggering a shuffle to try to discard the green cards. Probably discarding the forager here as well. Maybe trashing the forager, actually. Yeah, I think that's what he's decided to do. And I think I'd want to draw the bandit camp this turn. It could be that you discard the spoils to try to find your militia. Didn't get there. So on 7, you could top deck something. You could buy a gold. You could. Those seem like the main options to me. You could buy a duchy, I guess. That's the other big option. Buys the duchy, okay. I would think Lemon starts, and are you going to trash both of these, one of these, or neither of these? It's not such an obvious question at this point. And if you don't trash them both, are you going to keep one on top to trash with your forager, which I don't think seems good, but I guess is worth thinking about. And does trash them both. Okay. This dismantle continues to look very ugly. This is only 6 or 7 if you forage the dismantle. Yes, I still think that the estates are bad enough to not want here. You've taken one back. I don't know. I still don't believe in it. Getting so many duchies also I don't think is going to work out for you. You still need to get at least half these provinces, and if you're not getting 3 of them, you're going to need so many more. So many more. Duchies than Steph. This is a province, and well, Lemon needs like all the provinces basically, I think now. And I don't really see that happening, but you go for it. I suppose you province now. I think I would have played the bandit camp before horse there. I think I want spoils in my shuffle. If I'm Stef here, discarding supplies. Okay, I'm playing that at that order. Okay, you're gonna draw the caravan guard, and yeah, you hit 8, and that's resign times for Lemon.